Welcome back to another ENDMYOPIA update from me. In this video I'll be talking about ordering my next pair of differentials. So far I've only ordered one pair of differentials for my whole journey to this point. Meanwhile, I have 5 different sets of normalized and my actual optometrist approved full prescription. So I've got 6 pairs of glasses for daily use. Obviously they're not all in play at the moment, but I've only got one pair of differentials. I don't know if you can hear my kitten. It's not a kitten, he's kind of old, but he's walking around being meowy. How appropriate. Come on, kitten. Say hello. Okay, where was I? I have 6 pairs of glasses for daily use and only one pair of differentials at this point. So for my differentials, my right eye being -2.5 in my full prescription, I got a -1 in my differentials. And in my left eye, I have -3 for my full prescription. So I got a -1.5 in my differentials. Jake recommends that for the ENDMYOPIA method that you start with differentials. So before you reduce your normalized, you get differentials for screen use. I didn't actually do it this way around, not because I think I know better, but because I actually didn't know that when I began. I found the blog a bit difficult to navigate to learn all the ENDMYOPIA ins and outs, and I was mainly doing my learning through watching Jake's ENDMYOPIA videos, and I'd seen lots of videos about normalized and I hadn't really got up to speed with the differentials. So I dropped my normalized first and ordered my differentials very soon after. Now I made another mistake when I ordered this pair of differentials in that I decided not to go for all the bells and whistles. I figured that I'd be moving through these glasses, like I wasn't investing in a pair of glasses that I was going to be wearing for years and years. It was going to be only, 3-4 months. Let's just go cheap and cheerful. So I didn't get the anti-glare layer, but not long after I got my differentials, I actually found a video of Jake saying that you should definitely not skimp on the anti-glare. There's no need to put your eyes under that kind of strain. Oops. Since this time, I have dropped down to my second pair of normalized, which is half a diopter below my full prescription. So for my -2.5 diopter eye, I'm now wearing -2. And for my -3 diopter eye, I'm now wearing -2.5. I dropped down to that prescription because I was finding that a 1/4 of a diopter below my full prescription was not really giving me any blur challenge at all. So I went to my second pair of normalized to get a bit more of a blur challenge. And then over Christmas, you might have seen in a previous one of my ENDMYOPIA videos that I lost my N2 glasses, so I had to start wearing my N3s, which is my first equalization. So actually my right eye had the same prescription and my left eye went down a 1/4 of a diopter. I thought maybe I'd leave them on, I'd just stick with them, but I ended up deciding that there was no point rushing things, as Jake always says. So I did go back to my N2s, but then just recently I've had actually some progress with my eyesight after putting my smartphone. And again, I lost my N2s. I don't know how this has been happening. Like, I've been a 1 glasses kind of girl up until this point, and now suddenly I'm losing my glasses. You know what? I do know how this is happening. It's because I'm taking them off more and changing them and not just having them glued to my face all the time. So anyway, the other day I started wearing my N3s again, and I was going to wait until my eyes were really consistently and solidly measuring at the prescription I was currently wearing, so at my N2 prescription, before I tried the N3s. I'm still kind of on the cusp between my N1 prescription and my N2 prescription as far as measurements go, which I measure using this great ruler that Jake provides on the ENDMYOPIA website. Now I did not manage to print it the same size as reality. So these centimeters don't actually equal real centimeters, so I measure them with a normal tape measure and then say I got 37 centimeters. I find 37 centimeters, you probably can't see that, my phone doesn't focus well. And then I can find out above what the diopters are. For example, today I measured 43 centimeters in my right eye, which is a record. which equals minus 2.25 diopters. My current glasses, both my N2s and my N1s, are minus 2 for this eye, so actually that is a quarter of a diopter less than my true value. In my left eye, I only got 37.5 today, which puts me at minus 2.75 diopters in my left eye. But so close, like half a centimeter off minus 2.5 diopters. And I've just pushed my left eye down in my N3s to seeing through a minus 2.25. But before then, before a couple of days ago, I was looking through minus 2.5 for my left eye. So that would have been an appropriate challenge. So maybe I'm dropping like half a centimeter before I should be, but it's pretty close. But anyway, we're talking about differentials here. So let me get back on topic. I had this one pair of differentials, and now that I've moved on to my third normalized and I've got my first monocular drop, now my normalized have a quarter of a diopter difference between the eyes and my differentials have a half diopter difference between my eyes. And I don't think that's a great thing. That's like making it more complicated for my eyes and my visual cortex than it has to be. So I've decided it's definitely time to get another set of differentials. This time I got the fancy coating. It's not just the green anti-glare coating, it's the blue, which is made especially for screens and other digital devices and that kind of glare. Look, I don't know if it's a rip-off. Like the first time around I didn't get it because I figured this is just marketing, I don't need any of this stuff. Wrong. Like it has definitely been an issue for me in my current pair of differentials not having any anti-glare coating. Like all the light from the screens and all the light from the windows while I'm trying to work on the screens, like it really is more effort than it needs to be for my eyes. So having the blue anti-glare coating costs me quite a bit more, but you know, I think it is worth it, especially considering in the long run, really, what is my vision worth to me? And it's definitely worth more than this to me. Of all the things I could be spending my money on, I think this is a worthy cause. So I get my glasses from clearly.com.au. I know a lot of people get their glasses from Zanny, I think I've seen, but being in Australia, I prefer to get my glasses from an Australian company, well, an Australian website anyway, just because postage is reasonable and the prices are in Australian dollars and it all makes sense just to do it from something a bit more local. What I really like about Clearly is that you can, like, it has this try on feature where you can see a set of frames on your screen and you can click try it on and it will overlay the frames on your face like an Instagram filter or a Snapchat filter. That's pretty great technology, although sometimes I wonder if the frames are really that big because some of them look pretty darn huge on my face. Once you've chosen your frames, you are taken through to a place where you can put in your prescription, and it's great because if you make an account it remembers it. So I've got it right there and all I have to do is just make the updates. They also get you to like measure your pupil distance and then you get the chance to decide what kind of lenses you want. This is where I chose my anti-reflective coating. So I got these fancy blue digital anti-glare glasses, but you can also get the normal frames and add the green anti-glare coating afterwards, which is a bit cheaper. But considering my earlier mistake and the regret that I was living with, I decided not to risk it. I went the whole hog and got the blue stuff. I've never had this. Clearly also has at the moment a special discount code that you can use to get, I think it's 70% off frames and 30% off lenses. And so when you order your glasses, you just put in the coupon code area, you rock, all capitals and no spaces, and you can get a discount. They often also have 2-for-1 discounts, so have a look for the buy one get one option as well, especially for people doing this journey who might want to in fact buy 2 pairs of glasses at once. I'll put the link below with the discount code if you are needing a new pair of glasses and you're living in Australia. I think that runs until So if you're watching this video after then that code is expired. But anyway, so I have skipped the differentials that coordinated with my second pair of normalized. But then again, the only difference between my second pair of normalized and my third pair of normalized is a quarter diopter drop in my left eye, so it's not a whole step anyway. So I think this will be really good for my eyes to have both pairs of glasses having the same diopter difference between the eyes, and I'm also really excited to get rid of that glare. That's me, that's what I'm up to. Looking forward to receiving my next pair of glasses. I'll let you know when they arrive and how they go and what difference this blue stuff actually makes. Hopefully a lot. Please comment below if you've tried that blue stuff. Like, what is your experience? Do you get the green anti-reflective stuff, or do you just use nothing and keep it cheap and cheerful? And also, what's the difference between your normalized prescription and your differential prescription for those of you obviously doing this ENDMYOPIA method? Alright, well, if you liked this video, please like this video. It really helps me out, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me. I post weekly, so I'll see you next week.